Oh no, my vida, boss little. Call me when I'm feeling sick. Call me when I'm feeling down. Call me when you need someone to talk to. Call me when you're feeling lonely. Call me when you need somebody. Call me when you need someone to talk to. You got my number.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time tuning in, then hey girl, how you doing? I'm Claudia and I do videos on beauty, fashion and majority lifestyle vlogs. So if you're into any of those, then you're definitely at the right place. I hope you do decide on staying, subscribing and becoming part of the family. And if you're returning a subby honey, then thank you so much for stopping back by. Before we get into the video, I would just like to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing and joining the family. I hope you all enjoyed here and you do decide on staying and sharing with your friends so we can grow together. So in today's video, as you can already tell by the title, we have a Q&A, our very first Q&A on this channel, and with it I'm gonna be giving you all a makeup video. So I asked you guys on my Instagram stories to send me in some questions on whatever you want me to talk about or you want to know about me, so I can do it on the channel. And you all came through with the questions. Okay, I have about 32 questions. Some of you all do have quite some naughty thoughts, but I'm still gonna be answering all those questions because I like that. And also for the makeup part, it has been over a month or two that I last did any makeup on my face. I've been giving my face a lot of break, and also because I've been going out to the store, so I never wear makeup with a mask on. But I'm super excited to be doing a makeup, just putting up my face and taking some cute pictures for my Instagram because I've also been MIA on there. So yeah, I'm super excited to be getting into this video. So let me not waste further of your time and let's get started. So before I get into the makeup, I've been thinking of starting this segment on my page where I do a one brand makeup review. So I'll be buying or purchasing products from one brand and giving you all a review on what I think about the products, either be locally founded products at our local drugstore or internationally bought products, but as long as we keep it affordable. I'll be buying products from one brand, giving you all my review on that, as well as a tutorial on the products, and also let you all know if it's worth buying. So I hope you guys are interested in that. To let me know in the comment section if you'll be interested in seeing such on my channel. I'm also just trying to put up more beauty content as well as fashion content, like I mentioned in my intro, other than lifestyle vlogs. So do let me know if you guys will be interested. I'm definitely going to be giving you all that. And with that being said, today's video is actually going to be the icebreaker. I am going to be doing a one brand makeup review. So I do have quite some products from LA Girl. LA Girl is a locally founded brand. It's also available international. I think there's an LA Girl US as well, but I've bought all my products at my local DISCHEM pharmacy. I'm sure you can get it at your local DISCHEM pharmacy as well. I'm not sure about clicks, I doubt, but they do have an Instagram as well, so you can follow them on Instagram so you can be updated on new stuff that they have in store, new products that they have in store. So LA Girl is one of the affordable brands, I would say, and I'm going to be using their products. I have a collection of old stuff that I purchased, like my foundation. It's over a year old, and then there's 2 or 3 new products that I purchased recently for the sake of this video. So it's not going to be a tutorial, but I will be sharing which product I use, where and why. So let me not waste further of your time and let's get straight into this video. So before we get into the questions, I just want to do my brows real quick and then we can get started. I'm going to start off by moisturizing my face. I use the African Extract Rooibos dual action moisturizer. I also do apologize if it's way too bright. I am trying to find a corner where the sun doesn't hit my room and where the wall is also like blank behind. I don't have anything standing behind, so I do apologize if the light is a little bit too bright here and there, but the sun is, so to say, setting, so we're gonna be good. I use the Nivea Sun Anti-Age and Anti-Pigment Sunscreen, and it's high in UVA. So how have you guys been? I hope you've all been really good. I've been super occupied that I haven't put out a video in a hot minute, and I've also delayed this video, this Q&A, for quite some time. It's been over a week or two that you guys sent me in the questions. Luckily, I wrote everything down in my notebook before they disappeared from my Instagram. So yeah, I hope you guys have all been doing well and staying healthy and safe. From my side, it has been a little bit rough, but we got through it. The next item I use is my LA Girl Pro Prep High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. I love this primer so much because it helps, like it does what it says exactly. I do have oily skin and it helps smooth and fill in my fine lines. It mattifies my face in a way, and it also blurs out the large pores that I have around my nose. So I love this primer. I don't use a lot of it, but I just make sure I use enough of the primer. I think it's time for me to shift my table again because the sun is getting in more, or I should shift a little bit backwards. So now that I'm done priming my face, I am going to be using my loose powder from Yardley. I don't own a loose powder from LA Girl, so I'm just going to use what I have right now, and I just use a little bit. It helps mattifies the face even more, so I just use a little bit like that all over my face. I have you guys zoomed in a little bit more, and we're gonna start out with my brows. I think I should start out with the first question as well. It is quite difficult for me to speak and do my brows seamlessly, but I'm gonna try. So I'm just brushing up my brows a little bit with the spoolie, and the brow pencil that I'll be using is actually a new one from LA Girl. So the brow pencil that I'll be using is a Glide Gel Liner, and it's in the shade dark brown. I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me. I do have jet black brows, however I love a more natural fluffed out brow than a really dark one. But if you love super dark brows and vibrant brows, then this will definitely work for you. But I'm gonna try and be as light as possible, even though I know I'm very heavy-handed. Okay, so I know I look a little bit crazy. I look like an angry bird, but we will try and make it work. So I'm brushing out the harshness of the lines, and we are going to clean the brow up using one of my LA Girl concealers. I think I should go into the first question because I feel like I explain too much, I talk too much, and it's gonna be a long video, which I don't want it to be. So the first question is, how old are you? Girl, you don't ask the lady her age. But I am 24 years young, so yeah, that's my age. The second question is, who is your best friend? And the idiot that asked this question is actually my best friend. She's such a jealous bitch. But anyways, my best friend is Natasha, known as Coco Reloaded or Coco_Reloaded on Instagram. I don't know if you guys should check her out. She doesn't do much except for posting selfies and stuff like that. I'm just kidding. Do follow her on Instagram as well. She's known as Coco Reloaded on Instagram. She has been my best friend forever, and she also said I should mention that she's been my maid of honor. I don't know why. She was my maid of honor, and she is my best friend. People would ask us like, how long do you know each other, or how long have you all been friends? And we would always respond like, I was 1, she was 0. I'm a year older than her, so I was 1, she was 0, and that's how long we know each other. Like, I literally don't know at what age we started being friends or hanging out. I just grew up with her. Their home is right in front of my granny's house, and I stayed at my granny's house. We stayed there, so we've always been in each other's lives ever since, until day one. She's been my best friend, will always be my best friend. That's my bitch. Okay, so to clean underneath my brows, I'm gonna use my LA Girl Pro Concealers. As you all can see, I do have quite a collection because I'm obsessed. I love these concealers. One of the first concealers that I started using. So the concealer that I'm gonna use to clean up underneath my brow is a new one. It is the LA Girl Pro High Definition Concealer in the shade Fawn. And the reason why I decided to take a lighter concealer, so if you follow me on Instagram and you watch my makeup videos, you would know that I always use the shade Toffee from LA Girl. That's my preferred shade and I feel like it works perfectly for me. However, I've realized that using a lighter concealer to clean underneath your brows and dragging it down as an eyeshadow base works perfectly. It makes the brow look crispy and clean. However, I don't like using a light concealer or a concealer to clean the top of my brows. I hate that white line. It makes it stand out. It draws attention to the brows. So I always tend to mix my concealer with my foundation to give me a shade that's a little bit lighter than my skin but easily blends in with the foundation. So I'm going to use this one to clean the bottom of my brows and as a eyeshadow base. I'm just taking a little bit on the back of my hand. I love using the back of my hand for literally everything, mixing or whatsoever. And then I'm taking my flat brush and I'm going to be cleaning underneath my brows. I said I'm not going to give you guys a tutorial, but I feel like this is going to be a tutorial as well as a Q&A. I hope it's not too much for you all, but yeah. Let's get into the fourth question. No, it's the third question. Where are you from and where do you reside? I am originally from Namibia, the capital of Namibia, which is Windhoek, and I'm currently living in South Africa. Been living here for years now. Have you, then the fourth question is, have you ever been outside SA? Yes. Firstly, my country of birth, of course, and then secondly, I've been to Europe multiple times. I don't know if the lighting is good, but I do apologize if it kind of looks offish, but yeah, there's literally nothing I can do at this point. I've been moving around the entire time and the sun is just bright. I think I should change up the curtains. But anyways, let's get back to the makeup and the question. So I'm done cleaning underneath my brows. I'm going to clean up the top of my brows, and like I mentioned, I mix my foundation and concealer. So the foundation that I'll be using is the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Long Wear Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade Cappuccino. I do feel like the foundation is a little bit light for my skin. Like I mentioned, I purchased it a while back, and the time I bought this foundation was during winter. I have two different shades of foundations always, one for winter, one for summer, because during the summertime I do tend to have a more darker skin tone and I need to get a foundation that matches that skin tone, and then during winter time I do go a little bit lighter, and that's why I got this in a bird just. I'm so to say running out. Like I literally ran out, so I'm not going to even use the pump, but I'm going to place some of this on the back of my hand as well. I hope you guys can see that. And then I'm going to mix in my concealer from LA Girl Pro as well in the shade Toffee. So I'm going to pump out. I'm also running out, but I do have another one that I can also squeeze out. So yeah, I take a little bit like that as well. And that's the difference of the foundations. So this one is shade Toffee and this is Fawn, and that's my foundation. The next question is, when and how did you meet your husband? So I think I got 3 questions that are like this, more or less, how I met my husband, and I'm thinking of doing a sit down video to like give you guys all the tea on how I actually met him, like a story time, how we met and how we started dating, and who approached who. So do let me know in the comment section, would you guys be interested in a story time on how I met my husband? But when and how did I meet him? I met my husband the year that I started working at McDonald's. If you've watched my previous story time video, which is the only one on the channel, you would know that I ended up working at McDonald's, and that is where I met him. And it also says when and how. I met him at McDonald's and he was my customer. I'm going to give you more dates on the story time if you guys would be interested. Okay. At what age did you get married? I got married at the age of 16. I'm kidding. I was legal, eh? I got married. This is actually quite a funny story. not funny, but like a little bit weird in a sense that I started realizing something. So let me use a brush instead to blend this out. So at what age I met my husband? At what age did I get married? I got married a month after I turned 21. And why I say it's a little bit of a weird story is because in June of my matric, I went home to Namibia. You would know if you've watched that story time, you would know. I explained there why I always go home or whatever. So yeah, I went home in June of 2015, and when I was home, I had this weird conversation. I don't know why, but I just had like a weird conversation. So my aunt and grandmother asked me like, so you're gonna be 21 in just 2 years, and what is your biggest dream for your 21st? And I was like, so the first thing I want is a car for my 21st, and then the second thing is I want a man to marry me. And my aunt laughed at me, but my grandmother is, I don't know, like there's something about that woman, I just love her. She's always like, if you say that, then it's gonna happen. She's like that. So my grandmother was like, okay, so you want to get married at 21? I said yes. She's like, oh, that would be nice. And my aunt just laughed, and she was like, girl, firstly, about the car story, there we can tell you the honest truth. Nobody's gonna buy your car because we don't even have a family car. So that one's not gonna happen. But you getting married at 21, why would you want something like that? I'm just like, I want to get married at 21. That's my wish for my 21st birthday. And guess what? The universe listens. The universe listens. So a month after turning 21, that's when I got married. Like exactly a month. I hope the line is not sucking because I feel like it sucks. So yeah, that's the thing. Be cautious of what you say, how you speak to yourself or to others, and how you put things out, because the universe is listening. If you are somebody who wakes up and you have like, you wake up with the wrong food, you wake up with the wrong food out of the bed, and you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be a horrible day. Best believe that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a horrible day. Speak positively, and the universe would give you what you want. If you are like, when I turn 25, I wanna own my own house, the universe is listening. You never know. So that's something that I actually learned. I was like, wow, this is actually happening, and I spoke about this. So yeah, that's what happened, and that's that on that. How did you meet your current partner? Okay, so this one I said I'm gonna do. I just decided to still write down these questions because I didn't want anybody to feel offended, like, oh my god, she's not reading my question, as if she has a lot of followers or whatever. So I decided to write down and read everyone's question. So yeah, I think there's another one who's the same, but this one is just, how did you meet your current partner? Like I mentioned, I met him at McDonald's whilst I was working at McDonald's. Then the other question is, what is your star sign? So I am Aquarius. I am born the 3rd of Feb, so I'm Aquarius, and I've not always been somebody that really cared about horoscopes, signs or whatever, star signs or whatever. I do have a niece that's like really, not, I don't want to say invested, but she's really passionate about this. We would always go out and meet up maybe with some guys or whatever, and she would always ask them like, what's your star sign? And everybody would be like, what's that? What's that even? Who cares about that? And she's like, okay, so when are you born? And they would be like, okay, I'm born this date. And she's like, oh, you're this type of person, this is your star sign. And she would read you out, she would tell you what type of person you are. She sometimes freaked me out a little bit. I was like, you girl, you're not too much. But she just loved it, and she just found so much passion in it. And she would tell me like, this dude is not good at all. Your star sign and this star sign doesn't go well together. And I was like, girl, you too much. Just to find out that she's actually telling the truth, like, this is bad news, this guy is bad news. So yeah, I am Aquarius, and I believe, I'm just now as I'm growing older starting to believe in it. Like a lot of things that's happening and the way I am corresponds with my star sign. If I search it up, or I Google up, or I read about it somewhere, I always find out, oh my word, this is exactly how I am. And yeah, I just kind of believe in it more. I'm not like invested as my niece is, but I believe in it. I believe in my star sign. Who is your role model? My mom. My mom has always and will always be till death do me part, or I don't know, but my mom has always been my role model and will always be my role model. I remember in primary school we would always get a task like write about your role model, why this person is your role model, and I loved Beyonce and Alicia Keys and all these people, all those artists, but I never saw anybody like a role model because I never felt like they taught me anything except for music, for good music and whatever. And my mom has always been my role model. She's the strongest, God-fearing, most beautiful woman I know. My mom has been through a lot and I witnessed all that, and she still doesn't believe till this day, like, how do you remember all that? I'm like, I don't know, but I took note of all the struggles my mom has been through. I feel like there's nothing my mom can't go through, like there's nothing that can defeat her. So she's my role model and will always be like, I love that woman. I primed my eyelid. The same way that you go about prepping your face before applying foundation is the same way that you want to do with your eyelid, but you only do with a primer, with an eyeshadow primer. This is also because we know that makeup does shift a lot during the day. It moves and then it smudges or whatever. So when you prime your eyelid, you basically just want your eyeshadow to stay in place. You would also want to go lighter. You would also want to go more lighter on your eyeshadow or in your primer rather, for your eyeshadow color to pop. If you're going to be colorful or whatever, if you want the color to stand out, you want to use an eyeshadow primer. Also, if you're going more natural, like today's look is going to be more natural and everyday type of look, you still want to use an eyeshadow primer that's a little bit darker, even if you're going to do like a natural everyday makeup look like what we're going to be doing today. I hear my baby screaming in the background, because it's gonna look dull if you don't apply any eyeshadow primer or a concealer. We're gonna start with our eye. Like I mentioned, I don't owe an eyeshadow, I don't know if I mentioned it, I don't owe an eyeshadow palette by LA Girl, so we are gonna be improvising. I do have their LA Girl Pro Contour Powder. It's the highlight and contour powder. This is the two that I have. I have this one in Deep, and then I have this one in Tan. So I'm gonna use this for an everyday makeup look, which would be really, really simple. So we're gonna start, I think we're gonna start with Deep. We're gonna start with Deep, and we're gonna go in with this shade right here to use as a transitioning shade. Then we're gonna use the darker one, the contour. We're gonna use this highlight, and then we're gonna use the contour in the outer corner. You know how a natural eyeshadow look would be, and maybe go in with this one here in the inner corner or whatever we should see. But yeah, we're gonna go in with that. But like I mentioned, it's not a tutorial. We're just gonna do what we can do and go on with the Q&A. I also do feel like the light is really bad. Okay, so where did I end? The next question is, what is your relationship status? You are my crush. Are you crushing on me? You are crushing on me. Thank you for crushing. However, your girl is married. Going in here. Next question is, what country is your husband from and how did you all meet? Okay, so this is the other one that I spoke about. So my husband is from Spain, from Europe. He's from Spain, and I'm loving it. That's how we met. Another question is, do you get along with how do you get along with your in-laws? We get along really well. I honestly am also I was a little bit shocked that we got along, also because it's my very first like in-laws that I had, except for when I had like a boyfriend, where his sister and aunt and uncle or nephew and brothers knew me. We get along really, really well. They're the most loving people. I have the utmost respect for them, and they do the same. Obviously with cultural differences, there are sometimes we bump heads about certain things on how it's supposed to be done, because obviously we are from different cultures and we do things differently, but we do end up we do still respect each other's decisions and stuff like that. So we do get along really well, I won't lie. The next question is, how was it like meeting your in-laws for the first time? Girl, it was nerve-wracking. Okay, it was nerve-wracking. So I only met my in-laws after we got married. We have been speaking via video call and stuff like that, sending text on WhatsApp here and there, but nothing hectic. So they couldn't attend the wedding. Obviously they couldn't attend the wedding because it was like I don't want to say a last minute thing, but we just decided like, okay, why are we still waiting? Like let's get married tomorrow. Okay, and whatever. So they couldn't attend. It was like last minute notice that we gave them, but my family could luckily attend since we are just like a border from each other. So I only met my in-laws after we got married. So we got married, and then right after our wedding we decided to take a trip to his country. So they were like expecting us, like say on a Wednesday, but we decided to surprise them on a Tuesday. I actually insisted on that because I didn't want all that pressure of everyone waiting at the airport, because he was like, oh, my family is gonna come, or I know my family, they are like that. And I was like, oh my god, no, I don't want that. I would faint right there. So no, don't do that, let's surprise them. So we decided to surprise them. We arrived, we traveled the Monday, arrived the Tuesday, and it was just a mess because firstly, meeting them was nerve-wracking but really nice. But us going there and trying to surprise them, it was like the universe was telling us, you are not going to do this. So we arrived in Madrid. We missed our flight to his hometown, which is Sevilla, and then we got a train, but we missed the train as well. So we had to get a rental a car and drive all the way from Madrid to Sevilla, which was like hours. And I'm one that actually sleeps on road trips. Like I can sleep if there's nothing going on, I'll sleep. I'll sleep. I don't play with sleep. Wake me up when we are there. So I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't close my eyes at all because I was so nervous. What if I just fall asleep and my husband's like, baby, we are here in front of the gate. I'm still in yesterday's clothing. I smell like I didn't freshen up or anything. Like I was so stressed. I even got my periods, TMI by the way, but I got my periods that same day because of the freaking stress. But so we arrived at his house and I was so nervous. I didn't want to get out of the car. I was like, give me a second, let me breathe. My lips are dry, let me just moisturize. I was like, give me a second, let me breathe, let me think thoroughly what I'm gonna say to them, because not only was I nervous, but also I didn't speak the language. My husband was teaching me the language. I downloaded like an app to learn the language, but I was just like, I'm gonna say the wrong shit. I know myself. So we arrived and we rang the bell, and the moment they opened the door, his mom came straight to me. My mother-in-law came straight to me and she started crying. I was like, what the hell's going on? And I also started crying because I didn't even know what to do. So I started crying and she was so happy. I thought she was crying because she saw her son, but she just started crying and she hugged me and she took me inside. And she's like, I have to call my sisters. And she has like 5 sisters, so they all came with their daughters and everybody just started crying, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, should I also cry back? What must I do? What is going on here? I'm not used to people crying for me or my family, because obviously for us, when we see our families from a long trip, we are like, wow, you know, we are partying, we are like, Oza, you are here, and we start talking about, so tonight we're going out, making plans, and oh my god, tell me all this, you know. And they were just like crying and they were really happy and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god, this is true love, this is family, you know, this is really family, and they mean it. I did find out later on that they are actually emotional people, so they cry for anything. I was like, we are family, because that's me. I cry for anything. So yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but it was super nice. The moment that my brother-in-law got back from work, because we didn't tell him, so I was in the living room watching TV. He got back from work nighttime and he entered. and stopped. He freezed at the door and dropped everything that was in his hand, even his phone. He cracked his screen really bad. He dropped his phone. He came crawling to me and just started crying, and I was like, oh my god, this is family. This is everything I've always dreamt of. They are so loving. They're the most loving people. So ever since then, I was like, this is family. I know them. They cry. They be crying for everything. So yeah, I'm going in with the shade now, and I'm going to use it in my outer corner. One thing about the contour and highlight powders, it's very pigmented. Do you see that? It's very, very pigmented, and that's what I love about it. So I'm just gonna do this. I don't even know what I'm doing really, but whatever. Okay, what's the next question? Which country would you like to visit one day? I honestly, when I was in high school, I always dreamt of traveling the world. I always told myself, like, when I grow up, I want to travel the world. I want to see what's out there. I don't want to be limited to what I know and just be in like a comfort place. So I always dreamt of traveling the world. I never had like a specific country that I wanted to visit. My husband wants to visit US, Boston or whatever for this basketball things. So he's kind of trying to convince me in seeing the beauty in this place and all that. All countries are beautiful for me. I feel like I'm more like an island type of girl, you know, on a tropical island with my bum out under a coconut tree, and just, you know, I am more like that type of girl. I prefer that over going to a city and just getting overwhelmed, because I can get overwhelmed quickly, just being overwhelmed by all the lights and the shops and just spending money uncontrollably. So I prefer an island. But if I had to choose a country, I would say Netherlands. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But I think I want to go to Netherlands. It's beautiful, and I definitely want to see how it looks like. So, but if my husband had to tell me, like, babe, choose a anniversary destination or whatever, I would say maybe like Thailand. Is Thailand even a country? I think so. Maybe Thailand, or, you know, island places. That's what I am into. So yeah, that's what I am into. The next question was, would you ever move to Spain? And the answer is yes, I would move to Spain. Firstly, my husband is from there. It's his country of birth, and he's here because he's working, obviously. So if he decides to stop working, or if the work finishes, or whatever the case may be, that he just doesn't have a job, there's no life for him here at all. He's good in what he does, and for him to find something similar to what he does here in South Africa, the chances is, say, 2%. I think the chances is like 2% or whatever, or less. So for him to stay here would mean like we should stay on the streets. We'll be ending up on the streets, you know. And he's here on work visa, so that means like he's not a citizen. He also doesn't want any citizenship here. Secondly, my baby is also Spanish. He obviously, I want him to grow up there. I want him to have like a better life. Not that there's no better life here, but also I feel like I moved from my birth country to South Africa, and I adapted. So moving from here to Spain, I would adapt. It might be really difficult, but I will. And also because of the experience, I just love exploring. I love challenges and stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely move to Spain. We're gonna be staying in Spain eventually. So yep. I think it's the 16th question is, which celebrity do you want to smash? Honestly speaking, I don't think I had a celebrity crush. No, I don't think I had a celebrity crush. The highlight and contour palette in the shade 10, so I'm gonna go with this lighter one. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm a little bit of an old soul. I love Brandy, Jordan Sparks, Celine Dion, and Westlife. I listen to that type of music, enjoy people's music, but I'm more of an old soul, I would say. I don't really have like a celebrity crush. However, I did have one, which was Davido. When I discovered him, I was so obsessed with the guy. My best friend would even tell you, I exhausted her so much. That's the only music I had on my phone, Davido songs. The only music I wanted to listen to, the only songs I sang when we were together. So I kind of had a crush on Davido, but never like in a way that I would want to smash him. So yeah, I don't know a lot of celebrities. Say for instance, what are the celebrities here in South Africa? Say the male celebrities. What's the names? I don't even know the names. I'm so old school. Am I this old? My sisters feel like I'm so old. They call me mommy as well. What is the guys' names? Is it Questa and Nasty C or Nasty C? Those guys, I don't even know their songs. Like there's not even a song that you can sing except for Pearl Tusi. That's the song that I know. But other than those, I don't know anybody. They might even pass me and I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even notice I just passed a celebrity. That's how little I know about their music. So, and how little I am interested. So yeah, I don't have anyone that I want to smash. Okay, so I switched on the lights. I feel like it's super bright right now, but oh well. I'm sorry for all the light changing. It's been a minute since I sat down and did a video, so yeah, I'm just getting my groove back. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the same thing that I did here on this eye. I'm not even sure if you guys can see properly what I did, but it looks like a semi-cut crease, or I don't know. Am I even saying it right? But yeah, we didn't use any concealer to cut our crease, so just blending out this transitioning shape right here. Okay, your top 5 SA YouTubers. Oh, I have quite a few of my YouTubers, content creators from South Africa that I really enjoy watching their content. I have different ones with different content. I have for home deco, I have like home inspiration and stuff like that, home styling, where I get my inspiration from. And then I have one for fashion and beauty. I have ones for laughter, and then some I just enjoy their vlogs so much. But if I have to narrow it down to say 5, the first one would definitely have to be Vongai Mapo. I love that lady. I love her so much. My friend would maybe say I'm a little bit obsessed with her, but not that obsessed at that extent that I would inbox her every single time. I do reply to her stories majority of the times, and she replies back. That's what I love about her. She takes her time to get back to people. Out of all the thousands and thousands of followers she has, she gets back to people. I love her so much. Since I started watching her the first time, I never stopped. I've always enjoyed her content. Anything that she puts out is literally just so much fun to watch. I love her sense of humor. I love how transparent and open she is and genuine she is. She's just so much fun to watch. How relatable, oh my god, how relatable she is. And she's also an Aquarius, so okay, she's super relatable with everything she does. So yeah, I love her guy. My second favorite YouTuber would be K Republic. I love a bad bitch, and she is definitely one. I love her sassiness, her vibes. In all her videos, she's just so energetic. She puts her everything and her all in. Her videos, I enjoy them so much. Her vlogs, her fashion sense, everything is just so much fun and fine from K Republic. And yeah, I just love her so much that she also gives so much information when it comes to her videos and stuff like that. Number 3 would be ZX Online. X family. I love me some ZX. You see her scrambled eggs with her spinach, that just never gets old. I love her so much. She gives me a la straw. All her vlogs and sit down videos are so much entertaining. You know when she uploads, like, it's gonna be a blast. I love ZX. Number 4 would be OG Pali. OG Pali is more like an inspirational content creator. She has a good sense of fashion. She is hardworking, she is determined, she's focused, she is business oriented, she's young and she's making it in life. So she's so much of an inspiration. A younger girls, including me, I just enjoy watching her grind and just making it in life pretty much. And then number 5, I have a little tie between Naledi. If you want a good laughter, go to Naledi's channel. You will have a blast. From the beginning, I'm always laughing. I'm constantly laughing, especially her mukbangs. Her mukbangs, is it mukbangs or mukbangs? I don't know how you pronounce that. But all that is always so much fun to watch. Her story times is crazy. She's just so much funny and so loud, and I just love all that loudness. And I would maybe say Cynthia Gwebu as well. I love that she's so calm. She's really calm in all her videos, and she's so girly. I just love that about her. Ollie channel as well, how she's so honest and stuff like that. Tato Fox is also so much fun to watch and so funny. And then the Gamma sisters, Christina and Tandy Gamma, I also do enjoy their content. So yeah, I do have quite a few, but those are the 5 that I will narrow it down to. Okay, so we are done with the eyeshadow. Yeah, this is a natural everyday makeup kind of look. You can basically keep it like one shade only, and that is still a natural, that's more like a natural everyday kind of makeup look. So now I'm gonna be winging my eye, and the eyeliner that I'm gonna use is the LA Girl Fine Line Long Lasting Fine Tip Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the shade black. This is the tip of the eyeliner. So I'm just gonna draw like a mini wing, and then I'm gonna continue with the rest of my face before popping on some lashes. Oh, this one is quite juicy. It says, I heard white men are freaky in bed. How true is it? Firstly, I don't have a lot of experience with white men. This is my current partner is my first white dude. He's the first white dude that I actually dated. So I wouldn't know about white men. My husband was like, I should not answer this question, because I read it to him and he's like, don't answer it. I'm like, why not? My followers asked me, why not? So I don't know how to answer this question. Well, give me a second. I feel so silly.
Call me when you're feeling sick. Call me when you're feeling down. Call me when you need someone to talk.
So I don't know what you mean about freaky, because I don't have like a lot of experience when it comes to, you know, stuff like that. So I never really dated guys that did like weird things, or that wanted me to do like weird things that left me questioning. So when I met my man, when we started doing the deed, it was a little bit, no, it was fun. He obviously taught me a lot of stuff that I didn't know about, and they are coming. My husband and my son is coming to visit me. Knocking on the door. Who is there? Do you have shoes on? No. Okay, so I have a guest in here. You might hear some baby sounds in the background or some noise, like somebody hitting the mirror. But anyways, did I answer the question? Okay, so my man, when I met him, we obviously tried new things. He taught me new things, but he was never like a freaky person. He's more of a simple going guy, I would say. He's not like really freaky. In the beginning though, he maybe wanted to impress the young lady, but other than that, no freakiness over here. Okay, I think I should move on to the base. What I'm gonna be doing now, I already primed my face. I have my LA Girl Pro Concealer in high. I have my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange Corrector. As you can see, I suffer from hyperpigmentation, so I normally use this to conceal all the spots. I do only use a little bit on each. I used to apply so much that my entire face was really red, and that actually changed the color of my foundation, which you don't want it to happen. So I just use a little bit. You can also use any concealer that you want just to cover it up. You want to leave it a little bit to dry. This is something that I recently saw on one of my American influencers. video, so you just want it to dry a little bit and then blend out the edges that will cover the entire thingy. So yeah, Illegal has different correcting concealers. They have the yellow, the green, white, I think. So you can definitely get each one for, there's different ones that works for different reasons. So I use this one. Waiting for this to dry, I'm going to move on to the next question. The next question is, how many languages do you speak? I grew up in a very diverse home. We have a lot of different cultures, if I should say, a lot of different tribes in our home. But we are one of those families that only spoke Afrikaans in our home. So we have Kimbundus and Griquas, we have Namas, we have Caprivians. I am Oshivambo, the only Oshivambo in the house. We have Xhosas. So we have quite a diverse diversity in the family, but we all just spoke Afrikaans, which I kind of feel a little bit like, why did the elders not teach us like Kimbundu at least? Because Kimbundu is like a mixture of Portuguese. We did, my niece, I have two nieces that actually spoke Portuguese, but I never was like, teach me. I was just like never interested. But now that I'm a little bit older, I wish that I could know one of the home languages actually, but we only spoke Afrikaans, so I know Afrikaans and English. And if you maybe want to call it a language, then you can say Spanish, the one that I speak, because I feel like I speak very basic Spanish with my husband, and when I was with my in-laws as well, because I went and I stayed there for like a month or two with them only, so I learned the language. They understood what I was saying, but I felt like I was super dumb. I felt like I spoke super dumb. I got like a funny feeling when I had to speak the language. So yeah, I would say I know a little bit of a basic Spanish, but two languages is what I speak, Afrikaans and English. Putting it in and not blending it out completely, because you don't want to really remove the product. Now we are moving on to foundation. The foundation I already showed you all is this one from Illegal as well. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, and so I can have enough control to actually apply it onto my skin. I'm running out, like I ran out completely, but I'm gonna scoop out what I can get and use that instead. So this is a very matte foundation, I would say. So if you don't want a really matte coverage, then this might not work for you. But I have oily skin and I really want a matte coverage. However, I'm starting to think that going really matte is not like gonna work for me. I should go like more, I want it to be matte but also look dewy. I don't want it to look like cakey and like I'm super dried out, if you get what I'm saying. So I might start looking for a new type of foundation, because majority of my foundations are matte finish foundation, not a full coverage completely, because I can still see my dark spots down here. The next question is, have you thought about going back to study? You seemed passionate about it in your old video. And the answer is definitely, girl. Like I mentioned in my old story time, I love studying. I don't necessarily enjoy or love being a student, or going to school rather, should I say. I love studying, but at the same time I also want to work. So about me going back to studies, definitely. As a matter of fact, I just started with a new course, with like 2 new online courses, which I'm super excited about. I just feel so alive when I do something that I love, which is really studying and like pursuing my dreams or whatever. So I started out with 2 new courses recently. I need to get back into the groove. I just need to get my groove on and actually see where it leads or where it takes me. But I am definitely one that's gonna be, I will do like more studying, or rather yeah, I will do like more studying in the future, but I don't want to be like a student. I want to work, maybe work and study if that would be possible. But yeah, I am, like you said, passionate about studying. Okay, the next question is, any embarrassing moments you had during your visit abroad? Oh my god, yes. Oh, when I even think of it, my eyes start tearing up. Like, I wanted the world, I wanted the earth to open up and just suck me in. Okay, so I went to give birth in Spain, and my husband went with me, but he had to come back to SA to work and then get back before I gave birth. So we had that arrangement. So I went, and he has nieces, a lot of nieces. Is it nieces or cousins? He has a lot of cousins. I get too confused with cousins and nieces and nephews and whatever. But he has a lot of cousins, like his aunts' children, aunts and uncles' children. I think that's cousins, right? Or am I dumb? But anyways, he has a lot of cousins. So one of the cousins got married, and she invited us. So I just arrived, like, I've only been there for like 2 weeks, and then she invited us. She sent out an invitation letter for me and my husband to attend the wedding. Of course, my husband wasn't there to attend, so that meant I had to go alone. I tried to convince my mother-in-law to come with me, but there was like a death. There was like a family passing, so she wasn't feeling fully herself. So I was like, okay, cool. I went with my not, is it sister? Is she my sister? Look, you guys, I don't know the terms. We call each other sisters here in Africa. We call everyone sister and cousin. But she's also married to my husband's other nephew. She's also married to my husband's cousin, okay, the boy cousin. Oh my god, look at all the gel peeling off. And she also married into the family. So she was like, okay, you can come with me. And yeah, we went together, and we both were pregnant. She was actually due before me, and she carried a really big baby, like not an average size baby, but I looked like I was ahead of her, like I had twins, because I think I'll insert a photo of the day that the day of the wedding. For some reason, oh guys, this gel is making me look messy. I'm gonna clean this up. We both went to the wedding, and we arrived late. We arrived a little bit late because we got lost. It was in a different town. So we arrived late, and of course I'm the only dark skin, the melanin queen around there in the family. So friends from the niece and the husband side, the bride and the groom side, were all staring because they didn't know me. They were like, oh, who is that? She's getting very heavy. So I was a little bit shy and stuff like that, but I had to pass them, like I had to pass the people and whatever. But anyways, that's not even the embarrassing moment. The embarrassing moment is still coming. So we went in after the ceremony. After the ceremony, we went in for celebration. I'm drilling my neck. Okay, so after the ceremony, we went in to eat. I was eating a lot. I was like digging in. It's my first Spanish wedding that I attended, and the food was incredible. I'm not one that's picky, but I ate. I literally ate. I went in. Okay, so there comes the moment where the bride and groom comes to every table to thank everybody that came. And that's when the families gift the bride and groom money in an envelope to thank them, which I also feel like is super nice. That way we're like covering for the food that you ate and the drinks that you had. There's not a specific amount that you need to give, but you already prepare that at home. So my in-laws all put money together to give them, and it's just something really sweet. I like that idea. Our families, they give us cups, mugs, spoons. Instead of money, they will give us that thing. So they went table to table, and I was already freaking out, like, because I know they don't speak English. I was already freaking out, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be really quick. Calm down, Claudia. You're just gonna give the envelope. give them hugs and kisses. They kiss on both, you know, on both cheeks. Give them hugs and kisses and just say congratulations, and that's done. I'm like preparing this in my head. This is what I'm going to be doing. That's done. Okay, so I'm sitting on the table, on the family table, and they come, they're around, and they're at the lady that's next to me, and I'm like pressing on my phone just so I can calm my nerves, you know. And oh my god, so it's now my turn. So she brought her brother, her younger brother, with her because he studies English, or he knew English a little bit. As a matter of fact, he didn't even know a lot of English, but we will go with it. So he knew English, and so they used him. They were like, you should come along when it comes to Claudia, so you can translate what she's saying. I'm like, don't put all that attention on me. Like, let me be. Just take the money and let it be done with. But anyways, they came with the brother. And guys, so I tell you, my belly is really big. I'm concealing my eyes with the concealer from Elegal in Toffee. I'm actually using a sponge. I'm supposed to use my flat brush first, but anyways, I'm just gonna use a little bit. I am about to stand up and hug them, obviously, or whatever. And guess what? I stood up, my stomach hit the table, the whole soup almost fell on my dress. Like it just tilted over. I almost lifted the entire table. I don't know how strong my stomach is. I was so embarrassed. Everybody's like at the table, are you fine? Are you okay, Claudia? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just trying to laugh it off. I'm hurting a little bit, but the nerves is covering for the hurt. I don't even feel the hurt that much. I was so embarrassed. And she's like, oh my god, are you fine? Are you fine? But she's saying it in Spanish. And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. And she's like, oh my god, I hope you don't give birth too soon because you hit your belly. I'm like, no, I'm cool, I'm fine. And now I forget what I want to say, and I asked her, instead of saying congratulations, I asked her, are you happy? Are you enjoying yourself? How could I ask somebody at their own damn wedding, are you happy? Of course she's fucking happy. I was so mad at myself. Why did I open my mouth? And she didn't understand. I was like, oh, good shot, she didn't understand. And I'm just like, congratulations. And she asked her brother, what did Claudia say? I'm like, please don't say anything. Don't talk. And he just like, she asked if you are happy. And he's like, of course. I was like, oh my god, of course you're happy. It's your wedding day. You look stunning. Like, shut up, this boy. Don't talk more. And she's like, yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you so much, Claudia. You look pretty. I'm like, you God. Imagine everybody understood what I was saying. They were like, this girl is weird as fuck. So yeah, that was the most embarrassing moment. And I sat down and I was like shivering. I'm like, now I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna video call my husband and tell him all that just went down. This one was laughing his ass off. He's like, no, they're cool. I'm sure they're gonna laugh about it later on. But I was like, oh my god, I feel so embarrassed. I just want to go home. And you know, with family, once the thingy is over and people are done or starting to go home, family stays behind. I was like, I don't want to stay behind. I want to go with the other people. And we just sat and they started talking with us. I felt so awkward, but they didn't even bring it up. But yeah, that's one of the most embarrassing moments I had. Like, I hate myself till this day for asking someone, are you happy, on your own damn wedding day, and even asking, are you enjoying? Oh my god, why would you not enjoy? What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. My belly just distracted me. My husband was laughing. He even called me the night just to ask me how I was coping with the pressure that I asked somebody, are you happy on your wedding day? So yeah, that's one of the most embarrassing moments I would say I had over there. I do have others though. I'm such an embarrassing person. I do have others more, but that one takes the cake. Okay, for contouring, I'm gonna mix this too because this dip is way too dark for me, and then this one is more like my skin tone, so it doesn't do much. So I'm gonna try and mix them. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see let's see what we get out of it. So I'm gonna dip it in here and in here and dust it off. Hopefully it's not gonna make me look weird. And then just place it there. Okay, I can't really see. Do you guys see anything? I feel like it shows on camera, but when I look in my mirror, I don't see anything. Okay, I feel like there's something. Okay, so the next question is, what type of music do you like? What type of music do you like? I think I mentioned that I'm old school. I am an old soul in a young person's body. I am very late when it comes to I'm never like on trend with music and stuff like that. And if I do come and find a song that, oh my god, this song sounds really nice, my sisters would be like, that song's so old, do you even know who sings it? And I don't even know, or I don't even know half of the lyrics. So I would say I'm a really old soul. The music that I do enjoy is Westlife, Celine Dion. Those are the people, Brandy, Jordan Sparks, Keisha Cole, Alicia Keys, the old album of Rihanna. What's the album called? I don't even know. But the old songs of Rihanna. I'm not like a huge fan of Beyonce that much anymore. I do have like a few songs from Nicki Minaj that I do enjoy, and by Cardi B as well. But other than that, all the new songs I don't really know. I also do love country music a lot. My husband says I love what did he say? What's my type of music? So I would say R&B and pop probably. I don't even know. But if I would have to say like a music that I would not mind listening to all day is opera music. The most expensive music you can ever find, and I love it, and I'm so happy and proud to actually be able to say that I actually once sang it. I still know a lot of opera songs. I have an opera voice, or I used to have one, I don't know. But yeah, I believe I still have my opera voice. So opera music is one of the musics that I don't mind listening to at all. I'm that type of girl. Celine Dion, I would listen to the old album of Celine Dion. Oh my word, I grew up with them. So Westlife was one of my mom's favorite bands, and my mom had CDs of Westlife songs, so I know all their songs when they were still 5. The new ones I don't really know. And then my aunt was a Celine Dion fan, so she used to have an album of Celine Dion that had like leaf on the inside, and all the songs, the lyrics were there, and we would sing the entire day, like cleaning and just listening to Celine Dion. And if it's not Celine Dion, it's Westlife. So I grew up with those two. They are my favorite till date. But yeah, oh, my Nigeria's music is also one of my favorite. I love Nigerian songs. I love African beat, like Afrobeat stuff also. So I have like a variety. I don't have like one type of music that I like. I have variety, diversity. Okay. Why are you not active on YouTube anymore? What's keeping you busy? Girl, I have been busy, but firstly, consistency. Where do I sign up for that? Where do I buy the consistency? I have been busy with a lot of stuff, taking care of my baby, spending more time with family, doing things that I actually love, except for vlogging. Doing things that I actually love. I have been vlogging, but the only thing with me is editing. I suck at editing. Not suck, but don't really enjoy editing videos that much, because I speak a lot, and that means I need a lot of cutting and editing to do. It's not easier for me, and having my baby with me, it's not like you have to keep on listening to that, and I'm a multitasking person, so I need to listen what I'm saying in the video and how I'm showing it, or if it's in focus, then I need to pay attention to my child, and then I may be cooking as well. So it's just a lot that I end up spending 2 weeks editing one vlog, and then I just get dismotivated pretty much. So that is one of the reasons. My baby is also teething. My baby's also busy teething, so he has been not that of a sweet baby, a sweet boy, so I need to spend more time with him and constantly checking up on him. So me sitting down and doing more videos and editing is a little bit hard. My husband injured himself during our getaway and he is at home, so I am basically raising 2 babies. I'm babysitting 2 babies, which I'm not complaining about because it's my family. I don't have a choice. So yeah, I'm spending more time with them in bed and, you know, just spending more time being like a mommy. So yeah, that is why I am not that active, and then there's another reason which I'll tell you by the end of the video. So yeah. The next question is, when did you break your V card and how was the first time? Hey, you guys are freaky but I like it. Okay, so I don't have a setting powder, so I'm gonna use this. I don't have a setting powder or a translucent powder from Elegirl, so I'm gonna use this one once more and go in with this shade. This is from the palette Deep. So I'm not going to use too much, I'm just going to use a little bit. I hope this doesn't make me look cakey or like give like a lot of flashbacks, you know, because I don't bake, I set. Nowadays I don't bake no more, and I never really loved baking. I set my face rather. Oh, so when did I break my V card and how was the first time? This it's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna try and be fast as possible. I feel like this video is way too long already. So when did I break my V card? I broke my V card when I was in matric, in my grade 12 here. What's this? V card meaning virginity, obviously. I was actually the one that suggested we do the deed. I dated this guy from grade 11 and he never brought it up. So I was a little bit like, is something wrong? Is there something I need to know? Tell me now, okay? Before our matric farewell, I was like, let's do the deed. And he was like, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, why not? Like, why not? So the first time we did it, baby boy told me that he had experience with this. I'm the type of girl that would like to know everything, like detailed. Would be like, tell me, so how was it the first time? And then what happened? And then what did you do? You know? So he told me, but the story never seemed a little bit sketchy, you know? It sounded very incomplete. So I was like, I'll put this guy to the test as well as myself, obviously, because I also didn't know. So I'm like, let's do the deed. And yeah, the day came. It was sweet. We were both in our matric here, so we went to our place our spot and we studied a little bit first. Because we had like exams, I think the next day, I'm not sure. So we studied a little bit. He had so much romance going on there. He had the place set up really nice, candles and flowers, and we had our cool drink and our food to eat and stuff like that. And then we, after eating and stuff, I was like, I can't wait anymore, like let's do the thing, you know. And I could see that baby boy is a little bit nervous, but I was like, okay, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I'm just like super excited. I just want to get it over and done with. I want to know how it's like. I want to be able to talk about it with my girlfriends, you know. So yeah, we started kissing and stuff like that. So one thing led to another, and we got undressed, and you know, all that juiciness and sexiness and whatever. I didn't even know, am I supposed to make sounds and stuff like that? I didn't do that thing. And he was like, why are you so quiet? Are you worried? I'm like, no, I'm not worried. Why are you worried? Are you worried? Huh? Why are you nervous? Talk to me now. So we tried to do the deed, but it didn't work out. Like, it was a little bit hard. Not a little bit hard, it was, we were trying to figure out what is supposed to go on, what is supposed to happen now. Are we doing it or not? It was just weird. And I'm like, you told me that you experienced this, like, it's been a long time, you know, it's been years back. I'm like, okay. Okay. So we laid there on the bed next to each other, giggling because we found it really funny that we both like, no, not like that, like that, you know. So we googled we googled and we tried to figure out, okay, so Google said this and that, and we tried to figure it out, but we didn't do it like completely. So we're like, okay, let's try the next day, let's not put too much pressure on ourselves, we have exams tomorrow, blah blah blah. So the first time we did it a little bit, okay, a little bit, I don't know if that even makes sense. We did it a little bit, and then we decided like 2 days after that we're gonna go back after the exam that we wrote, and we were off, we're going back, we're gonna be doing our things, you know. And we went back and we did it a little bit again, and then another day we did it, and he was like, and I was like, am I not supposed to bleed or something, because I didn't bleed or whatever. And he's like, he actually googled it up, if you don't penetrate one time, like you know, forceful one time, the bleeding is more or less I don't know, you don't experience that much bleeding. So I don't know if that's true, but I did get my period, so I don't know if it was that of because of the deed, or if it was just because of okay, because it's just my periods, it's just. So the first time I would definitely not say, you know, sometimes most of the times we regret with who we do it for the first time, but I don't regret it at all, because I have been dating him for a long time and we knew each other really well. My mom also knew him, and I knew his family, and we were really like into each other that much. So I don't regret it, even though we broke up. Like, I still don't regret doing it with him. I would definitely prefer doing it with him than with another sucker. So yeah, I'm gonna be blushing, and the blush that I'll be using is the LA Girl Just Blushing in the shade Just Fearless. This is how the blush looks like. One thing about me, I shall blush my face. I love blush. I never thought that women of color look stunning in blush, you know, orange or like a warm undertone, a warmish blush, like this berry type of blush. I never knew that we would look this stunning. So once I discovered that I look great with blush, there's no going back for me. So I'm using my brush and I'm gonna be blushing. Okay, so the next question is, will you ever smash someone on the first date? Will I? I would say the old me would probably, you know, now no, of course not, but the old me would probably. It would depend on the chemistry that we have. If we are, I'm not just gonna do it because of just doing it. We should have like a chemistry. I should be really into you. You should be, the kissing should be sensational. You should be like, oh my god, I can't wait to be with this dude. Like, oh, you know, I really won't, like, each for their own. Some people would say like, oh my god, on the first date you are a what? No babe, that way you know what you're dealing with. Imagine spending all this time with one nigga just to come and find out like he lacks in that department, and it's just not fine for you, it's just not doing it for you, and you end up cheating on him, you know. So I would say, yeah, I would, depending on the chemistry we have and if it's not a forceful thing, you know. And yeah, I'm done blushing. Do you see that? My word, I just love me some blush. I could actually go a little bit more, but let me not be too dramatic. My camera's battery is flashing. Oh my god, don't tell me I need to cut and wait for it to charge, because if I use my phone, the quality is definitely going to be different. So okay, so I'm gonna try and brush a little bit, but I know it's gonna switch off anytime. So I'm done with the blush. The next question is, I saw on your videos you have a child. How is it like being a parent, and do you want more kids? I love being a mommy. I enjoyed so much. The first time I found out that I'm gonna be a mommy and that we're gonna be parents, we were both so excited. I'm still so like, I still can't believe like, oh, mommy, it's somebody, like a small body, it belongs to me. I pushed out an entire baby, like it's incredible. It's the most beautiful thing ever. I love seeing my baby reaching his milestones and just being there and actually knowing that there's somebody that depends with his whole life or with their whole life on you. Like, you are their everything. You are there to protect them. You're like, oh my god. I love being a mommy. And would I love to have more kids? Yes, definitely. I still want one more. My husband actually wants 2 more, because he feels like since they are only 2, him and his brother, he wishes that they had like a 3rd sibling, maybe to grow up with even more and have around, because now they're separated, and him and his brother obviously are separated, and well, not separated as in enemies, they're just far from each other, and it is a little bit difficult, you know, so he just wishes that. But I'm like, 2 is fine for me, honestly. I grew up in a household with a lot of kids, and I feel like sometimes we parents tend to, without actually doing it on purpose, but neglects one of the child when there's too much, or then there's too much focus on one who's really naughty or wants more attention, and you know, all that. So I just want 1 more. So yeah, I do want 1 more. I'm just gonna keep on recording until this camera actually shuts off. I'm using a black pencil. It's not from LA Girl. I don't know where it's from, just to line my waterline. The next question is, when are you giving us a clothing haul? Girl, I want to. You guys should let me know by the end of this video if you would actually want a clothing haul. I do have some clothing that I purchased from Mr. Price, so I'm definitely thinking of doing that more. Clothing, like I mentioned, fashion and beauty. I wanna start doing that and giving you all that content. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. I will let you all let me know by the end of the video if you'll be interested in a clothing haul that I am thinking about. Next, I'm gonna use mascara. This is from Essence. I don't own one from LA Girl also, just the top and the bottom lashes. I'm gonna do my lips now. So the next question is, what are you doing for a living other than giving us great content? I am a full-time stay-at-home mommy. I honestly don't regret ever being one. Just being there for my baby and being able to see him reach his milestones, be there when he's sick and not being told or called by someone and told that your child's sick. Spending more time with him and bonding with him so much is the most amazing thing ever. I'll never trade it for anything. I'm using the same pencil that I use for my brows as a lip liner. It's a little bit dark, but yeah. So yeah, I am a stay-at-home mommy full-time. However, I would love to work, even though it means working from home. I feel like there's nobody who can look after my child better than I do, and the fear of having him looked after by someone else, oh my god, I can't. Or coming home and finding out he got hurt and nobody can explain how it happened. It gives me anxiety, it gives me a lost straw. Yeah, I enjoy being a full-time, I enjoy being a stay-at-home mommy, and also just getting spoiled by my man. Yeah. So I'm blending out this liner so it doesn't look that harsh. I wish it could have been a little bit browner, but okay, we work with what we have. We are improvising. What is your favorite position when doing the deed? Oh my god, you guys are so into these things, huh? Okay, the lipstick that I'll be using is from LA Girl. It's a matte flat velvet lipstick and it is in the shade Snuggle. So I'm just gonna apply that in the center. Okay, so you're asking what is my favorite position when doing the deed? I don't even know. No, I do have one. but I don't know the name of it. Okay, so I would say I don't know the name of it, but it is basically, I need to demonstrate. This is him, this is me. His chest should be, is it spooning? I think it's spooning. My back is against his chest, that's one, and the leg is in the air, that's one. I like that. I enjoy that so much. I can have that all day. So yeah, that would be my favorite position. Okay, we have 3 more and then we're done with the questions. So I hope this camera doesn't cut off. So the other question is, do you have friends? The reason for asking is because you never really talk about them or show them. Girl, I have chommies, chomas, chomzas, chompershlalas. I have all that. Friend, I would feel the name friend, I feel like has a lot of meaning, and I don't take it lightly because I've called a lot of people friends and they just betrayed it, and I feel like people are not really worthy of being called a friend. Oh my god, I almost didn't show it. A lot of people are not worthy of the title friend. But anyways, the highlighter that I'm going to be using is the Elegant Luminous Glow Illuminating Powder, and this is in Sun Kissed. I love this highlighter, but I hate how messy it is. You open it and it's like, it's just powder, it's just dust everywhere. It's really messy, but yeah, it's a beautiful shade. So I'm just gonna dunk my fan brush in there and go over like this. You see that? She's glowing, Nana. She's glowing. She's glowing. Okay. Yeah. So the word friend, the title friend, I don't take it lightly anymore. A lot of people don't deserve that word. They deserve chommy, because friends, I feel like don't backstab each other. And a friend is somebody that you can trust will come to you when they feel like you did something wrong, and you would take that without offense. You would accept that without offense. They would not go behind your back and talk shit about you or crap about you, or just decide not to talk to you anymore because they feel you are some type of way. They would actually come up to you and be like, Claudia, I feel like you're this way, and I don't like it, and whatever, and let's work on that or whatever. But chommies, I would call them that, like chommy, okay? It's just a chommy. But friend, I mean, like, we need to be like that, and we need to be able to be open with each other. So yeah, I don't have friends, I have chommies. I have a best friend only, which I told you in the beginning of this video. I don't trust bitches no more. You know what I mean? I don't trust bitches no more. So yeah, that is my answer to that question. The next question is, how do you deal with untrustworthy friends? Girl, no friends for me. I have chommies. Untrustworthy, I am one that always wanted to be that person that everybody liked, you know. I want to be good to everybody and helpful to everyone, but I realize like not everyone is actually gonna like you, no matter how you are towards them. So when I find out that somebody's not trustworthy, or somebody is basically going behind my back or whatever, or you just broke that trust, I am it's maybe something really bad, but it takes a lot for me to ever like trust you again. And I just my mind just totally decides not to trust you anymore. Like, our bond would just never be the same. Our friendship would just never be the same. And I believe that it should be the same from your side. If I had to do something like that, I believe like you have the right to do that as well, to not trust me ever again, because I feel like once a backstabber, always a backstabber. So yeah, I'm like that. I don't take backstabbing that lightly. I feel like you can do it. I would never be able to be just comfortable around you again and just be like open and have that exact same bond that we used to have. It's just not gonna happen. So yeah, that's how I deal with them. We can still talk and hang out, but being like that again, nope. Well, not your friend, I can still be your choma, but being friends like that again, no, not from me. So what I'm using is my LA Girl Pro Setting High Definition Setting Spray. It's a long-lasting matte finish. You can basically spray this. You can also spray this before applying your foundation or after applying your foundation before you go to the rest of your face. Applying setting spray throughout the process just makes everything look more well put together and last a little bit longer. But I just use it by the end. It's already nighttime, so I'm about to go to bed anyway. So yeah. Okay you guys, so I am back. My camera cut off, the battery died, so I had to charge it. I went ahead and I applied my lashes and I just touched up my lipstick again because I ate. I'm gonna do the few last things, and that is basically setting my face with the LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Chestnut. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out like that and pretty much just use a flat brush and then set the entire makeup. Okay, so once I am done with that, I'm gonna go in with my highlighter and just highlight a little bit in my inner tear dot. So I'm just gonna take a little bit like that on the tip, not too much, and just highlight it. This is just to add a little bit of pop to the makeup. Okay. So yeah, and then lastly, I'm using my LA Girl Shimmer Spray. It's a finishing spray for face and body. This is in rose gold. This is how it looks like. So you just shake it up, and that is how it looks like. I am obsessed with this spray. I just love that shimmer glow that it gives afterwards. So if you want to glow during the summertime or during the winter time when it's like sunny outside, then this would definitely work. I love using it. So I'm just gonna let this dry, and I can already see the glow. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on camera, but I can see all the shimmers and stuff, which is super cute. I like that about it. So I'm gonna pop on my earrings and just do my hair, and then yeah, I'll go through the last question. Okay you guys, so I am done. I just popped on some earrings, and I also just tied my hair back like so. I'm honestly gonna be removing this braiding hair by the end of this week. It is so old, it is more than a month. So yeah, but this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. I would like to know what you guys think about the final look. So yeah, it is an everyday, very simple makeup look, and I feel like it is still cute, and it doesn't make you look that simple at all. But anyways, I'm gonna give you guys my full review on all the products real quick. I'm gonna run through it real quick, and before I do that, I'm gonna read out the two last questions. There's one question that I said I'm gonna answer by the end, and then the last one was it says not a question, just want to tell you that you are beautiful and your Insta feed is very well organized. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much for the sweet words. I would like to organize my Insta feed even more. I would love to change up my feed a little bit more and put out more fashion content as well. But thank you so much once more. I do appreciate all the sweet words. And then the question that I said that I'm going to be coming back to was, why are you not active on your YouTube anymore? What's keeping you busy? So I did mention all the things about my baby and my husband and all that stuff. But then the other main reason why I've been MIA is because we are expecting. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know by now that we are expecting. I did do like a boomerang, a short video on the weekend of my birthday, where I showed off, where I did my first review on both my Instagram and my WhatsApp. I didn't share it on Facebook. I don't care about Facebook. So yeah, I did the big reveal on my Instagram as well as on my WhatsApp, and everybody was like shook that the belly was that big, and I've been hiding it. No, I've not been hiding it. I've just been keeping it for myself. It's my stomach. So yeah, we are expecting, and that is also you guys are not saying anything. Okay, so we are expecting, and that is also one of the main reasons why I've been MIA, especially during the December holidays, because if you've been pregnant, or you know someone that has been pregnant, you know that the hormones can get all mixed up. You are tired, you are fatigued, you are nauseous, you are just not yourself, your body's changing, and yeah, it has just been a lot for me. And this time around I actually felt really sick. The first time I didn't, so yeah, it was just a lot for me, and that's why I've also been struggling to sit down for a long time to edit. I can't sit down that long. I get swelling feet or bumps that starts burning. I'm just not getting it well. But now I'm getting my energy back. Now that I'm done with my first trimester, I'm getting my energy back and stuff like that. So that is also one of the main reasons I have been MIA, but I'm trying my best to be back. I'm not sure if you guys can remember, in my last story time I said that I felt I was really sick. That was the sickness I had. Now you guys know here on the YouTube channel as well. So yeah, that is one of the reasons. And the other one was, when am I giving you all a clothing haul? I also would like to know, on that note, I would also like to know if you guys would be interested in maternity clothing hauls. I'm gonna try and keep it as young and fresh as possible, and I'm also gonna try and make sure that I'm also gonna try and show clothing that's not only meant for pregnant women, but that anybody can wear. Basically just how to style it up. I want to style the bum, definitely, so you guys should let me know in the comment section. I did purchase a few stuff, not maternity per se, but I have purchased a few clothing from Mr. Price that I want to do a haul on, and then just show you guys how that looks like. So do let me know in the comment section if you guys would be interested in one, and I'll definitely bring that to you all. So yeah, I think that was all the questions. Let me quickly give you all my review on all the products that I use. So I'm going to start with the foundation. One, I would definitely say the foundation is more suitable for people with oily skin. If you maybe have combination skin, it might work for you, but it might be a little bit too dry on the parts of your face that's not oily. But if you maybe have like dewy skincare or setting spray that's not mattifying, that it might work for you. But for my dry skin ladies, I would say this is definitely not something that you want to use. It's really matte, and it dries up, but you don't feel it. You don't feel cracky, or you don't feel cakey, you don't feel any dryness. And what I feel like one layer is perfectly fine. We honestly don't need to layer up a lot of this product, because it does give me the minimum coverage that I need. If you maybe want a full coverage, then you might want to go in with 2 to 3 pumps of the foundation. Secondly, the concealers, I would definitely recommend. They are also being used by US or like content creators from abroad. They also use these illegal concealers. They are nice and creamy, and I love the consistency about the concealers. I would definitely recommend that you get a lighter one for your eyeshadow and to clean underneath your brows, and then maybe one that's a little bit darker, close to your skin tone, to clean the top of your brows. That will also make it just much more blendable with your foundation, and also avoid that white crease, that white line above your brow. So yeah, for their highlight and contour palettes, I would definitely say these are really high in pigment and they work. I don't know for highlight per se. I would not say I would really use it for highlight. I prefer I would not really use it to highlight or to set my concealer. I would prefer a loose powder, which I don't know if Elegant has. I haven't checked that out, but yeah, The contour, the one to contour, works perfectly fine as long as you get the right shade that works for you. If you're not one that loves contour powder, if you're not one that loves a powder for contouring, then you can definitely option for their darker concealers. So this is the one in Mahogany. This is how dark it is. And for me, it honestly is way too dark. However, I can mix this with my concealer, my highlighting concealer, and get the perfect shade. But I'm not really a concealer. I'm not like a cream contour type of girl. I love me my powder because I feel like I have much more control blending it upwards and downwards or however I want it, as compared to a cream contour, which I feel like would be like really intense. You get what I'm saying? So I would recommend this if you are not a powder type of girl. Then the brow pencil, I would say, like I mentioned, it is quite dark. If you're somebody like myself who loves a much more natural type of brow, like a fluffier brow, then this might be too dark for you. But if you like an intense brow and you like your brow standing out, then this might work for you. I'm not sure if they have lighter shades. I would definitely get a lighter shade, but this is not a brow pencil. This is actually a gel liner, which by the way does not smudge, and that is what I also like about it. It doesn't smudge, so it stays in place. You don't need to fear that your brow might smudge or whatever. So this is something that's really nice, that you can definitely use. If I can get a shade that is a little bit lighter, then I'll definitely use this as a brow pencil. Then the blush, you all know I'm raving about blush. I think I might add some more, but I'm going to go it, so let me know. So I love the blush. I love the shade. It's like a berry shade. It's beautiful, and it says fearless because I don't fear using blush. I love their blush. It's just a beautiful shade. It warms up the entire face. I'm not one that really use bronzer, and I don't know if I've used bronzer before, but a blush, contouring, and then applying my blush and my highlighter, I'm good girl. The highlighter, as you all see, it pops. Do you see this? It pops, it stands out. So I'm definitely gonna recommend this. I think I might have messed up mine. That's why it's so messy, or I might have let it, I don't know if I broke it or whatever, but the highlighter I would definitely recommend. It stands out. It is a powder highlighter. I think they do have liquid highlighters as well, but this I would definitely also recommend. Majority of the products I actually recommend. The eyeliner, what I like about it is that it has a shorter tip, so you have much more control when drawing on your wing and extending it. You have much more control as to one that has like a longer tip, so you might be shaky or mess up and not know how to fix that. So this is nice. It's like a cookie pan. You actually have enough control on what you're doing when it comes to it, and it is also nice, jet black and pigmented. The mattifying setting spray is mattifying. Love it. It does what it's supposed to do. This also a nice glowy one. They do have different ones, I think 3 or 4 different shades more, that you can check out on their Instagram feed, or on DISCHEM, on their DISCHEM website, or in store. But this and this, definitely a beautiful combo. The lipstick is also a really nice velvety feel. It says it's matte, which is not really matte. It is a velvet lipstick, so it's really soft and it doesn't dry out the skin, and it's just a beautiful shade on a melanin cream. Oh, and then the primer. I love this primer. This is basically the only primer that I actually own, and I always use it because I do have large pores right up here, and once I apply it, it smooths it out and it fills in my large pores. It leaves my face feeling like soft as a baby bum, and mattified, like not a dry mattify, but like a smooth matte. It's just a beautiful primer, so I'll definitely recommend this. You get this, girl. If you want your foundation to last a little bit longer, then this is the bomb And then the last thing that I want to touch on is the pressed powder. This is something new that I tried out and I love it. I honestly love this. This is one of the best products that they actually have. I love this pressed powder. Honestly, it works perfectly to set everything together and make it look seamlessly. All the places where you maybe ended your highlighter or you ended your contour or whatever, or your blush, you set it with this powder and it makes everything, basically puts everything together. So this thing is the best. I feel like this is a really good product and I don't know why I've been sleeping on it. And yeah, that is about it. I think I've touched on everything. I hope I have. If not, please do leave me a comment down below and remind me if I've left out anything. But yeah, that is basically all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know in the comment section if you have tried any of the Illegal products or if you own any and what you think about the products. Do let me know in this video. Do also let me know what product you think is really nice, worked really well for me, and what you think about the entire makeup look. I'm just showing you my eye makeup, that's why I'm closing my eyes. But yeah, this was really simple and super cute and fun to create. Thank you all so much for sending in all those questions on Instagram. I really enjoyed this Q&A. I hope we will be doing some more in coming videos. So yeah, that is about it. I'm just gonna try and look a little bit cute for you all for the end of this video. This flies are so embarrassing. And yeah, and I'm gonna be done with this video and hopefully edit it tomorrow and upload it tomorrow if possible. But yeah, that is about it. Thank you so much once more for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, as well as hitting the notification bell right next to it so you can always be notified once I do upload a new video. Also, share with your friends and your girlfriends so we can grow together. Thank you once more so much for watching. Just stay safe and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
Let go. Yeah. Don't know. Oh yeah.
It's the original Batman.
One time, it's a bad man thing. It's body, baby. VQs, let's go.
VQs.
I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things that nobody can. I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things that nobody can.
Standard.
Hurricane, ooh, yeah. I want it.